There's no more body count here. There's only the body count is 1 now.
Oh, okay. You're a semi-born again virgin, but
well, so
recently lost it.
You should be able to subtract from your body count, right?
Subtract from the body count.
So let's say you're a body.
How do you do that?
Wait, hold on. Is this like the Ferris Bueller, where they put the brick on the reverse pedal and they run the car on reverse?
No, it's more like Hot Tub Time Machine.
Reduce the lower the odometer or whatever, speedometer.
Oh, that's funny. That thing when it's in his garage when he
Ferris
drove
Bueller,
yeah, that's a fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
great
no,
movie.
but let's say my body count is 12, okay, and
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
It's probably more. It's probably more than that. Come on.
you don't even know me.
Times
man.
5.
You don't even know me.
100.
So let's say your body count is whatever it is. Let's
You
say
lost track.
Let's say it's 30.
Sure.
Okay, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
For
Not really.
are you over 30? Is your body count over 30?
No comment. I'm a man of God.
Madison?
No comment.
Wait,
not-
say it.
she's
Come on,
not
Madison.
over.
Madison, you've already
No,
revealed it. You revealed it before.
I don't really know. Do I want to get into this right now?
Just for a second.
No,
Go.
I need to
What
hear
is
my
it?
daughter
Yeah.
speak. Now we're having a come to Jesus.
What is it?
8.
8?
Are you disappointed in your daughter?
8?
8.
Sweetheart, you're just...
He's gonna get
She's
the
just
belt.
starting
No, I'm
out.
kidding.
you're starting
There's like a
college.
Starting
whole
out, man.
backstory I can get into it, but I'm not
8?
going to trauma dump right now.
You know,
Are you disappointed with 8, or are you just kind of like
He looks-
surprised at 8?
I'm a little,
A lot of people
Do you
are
wanna say sorry to
disappointed
your
by
father?
8. I wanted to say sorry
like
to
to
my
say sorry to
father.
your
I've
father?
never revealed this to my father before, so
8. Wow. I guess the 8 don't hate.
8 don't hate.
Yeah, 8 don't hate. I can't hate over the 8.
What is your body count? Do you remember?
Oh.
Do you even know?
8.
Do you know?
I don't think he knows.
Yeah, it's very brave of you to say that, Madison, and I appreciate your courage.
He's skipping the question.
to come and say that in front of 5 million subscribers, 3.5.
Yeah.
4.2. 4.2.
Who, but who's counting?
Well,
Obviously you are.
4.2.
4.2.
4.2.
Right.
But
We gotta be accurate.
to come out and say that today because, I think there's a lot of people who judge.
Yeah,
Right? And to
very
come out and
much
say
so.
that, I think, is a beautiful thing, and it shows me that you're very comfortable in your skin and what you've done and who you are, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I
You're, wait,
appreciate
So you
you're
think
proud
that's
of,
a
you're
lot?
proud of her.
Wait, so you think
proud
that's a
of-
lot?
you're proud
No,
of
no,
it?
He's
not a
not
lot or
saying-
not a
he's
little.
saying
I'm
I'm
just
brave
proud
for
of you
coming
for
out
coming
here.
out and being
Oh, for-
vulnerable and saying that, and saying, hey, this is me.
I'm not gonna lie about it.
Yeah, this
That's
is-
the thing. I
honest.
will
What's the
always
point?
say
She's honest.
I will always say I'm not gonna make any excuses for that because that I cannot change anything about that.
And why would you
enjoy
want to?
yourself,
It's-
you
it-
don't
it's
need
who
to
you
make an
are.
excuse.
Like as I've gotten older, I've developed more values and morals, and like I know who I am
Oh,
for
Madison,
myself.
Your mic. Here, move these.
What?
The mic's
It's covering your face.
it's covering
a
your
bit.
Oh,
face. You're just
sorry.
not talking
Y-
straight.
well, you know
into
what?
it.
Yeah.
I think it's Freudian, right? She's feeling
hiding.
subconscious,
Yeah.
so she's hiding.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I won't hide anymore.
It's
But
all
yeah,
good.
I will always just say like I will never make excuses for myself. I fully take accountability for like my past and things that I've done, but I have 8. I have a boyfriend right now who I'm very, very happily with and committed to. But it's 8. It's going to be 8 for the rest of my life. When I'm 60-year-old, it's going to be 8 too.
Oh, wow.
So,
So that's just your answer? It's not
Okay.
even real?
no.
How is it going to be 8 when you're 60?
Because
She's saying her current boyfriend
Is going to be the
for
last
life.
one. That's the last
Oh,
one.
that's so naive.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. All right.
That's so
Oh.
cute. That's cute.
Because that's what we thought when we were 18.
Uh-oh.
really?
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
sorry,
When you
Frankie.
know, you
When,
know,
Sorry,
though.
when
Frankie.
you're growing up, you think this is the one. This is the one the rest of my life. And then that one breaks your
I
heart,
feel
and then
like
you move on.
In a way, I like growing up. I was like forced into maturity. I would say, like I feel like I've already grown up. I know I'm 18, but I feel like a little older than I already am, and I feel like I don't know. When you know, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, when you know, and I fully believe you when you tell me that this in your mind will be the last man, and then maybe it will or won't. It doesn't matter, but someone who's gone through the experience of, oh, I know, and you know until you don't know. And there's a possibility that it could change. But again, just to go
Absolutely.
back, I want to commend you on your courage to come out and talk openly about your, past sexual experiences, because a lot of people wouldn't do that. It's
I
a
feel
very
like there's a
courageous
lot
thing
of
to do.
people in the situation that I am too that do get like judged very often for their body count because it matters like a lot nowadays in
But why?
modern day society. Because would you like to explain
Oh,
why
gosh.
body
Tell
count
me
matters,
why.
Brian?
Why
Should
does
we
a
get
body
into
count
it? Should we
count?
get into it?
Why does it count?
Men seek purity whenever finding a woman, and that's mainly the reason why I feel like body count matters, right, Brian?
I mean, I wasn't anticipating diving into body count, but I mean, I think there's something to be said. One, obviously, the more sexual partners you've had, there's a higher risk of having an STD. That's one component. Certainly, it could be the case if you've had 100 previous sexual partners, you lucked out, you rolled the dice, and you didn't.
Although you can be careful.
You can. However, I would say even if you are using protection, there are certain like STDs that can, like if you've got herpes or something, like
Just busts right through the rubber.
well, depending on where it is on the person, if it's like on, a condom doesn't necessarily preclude the spread of STDs. So there's that. I think there's something to do. There's certainly something to be said about pair bonding. The more sexual partners you've had, my view is that it's as you accrue more sexual partners, it becomes harder to bond with subsequent partners.
I disagree.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We live longer lives, right? So I think people in their 20s now, I think some of the people who study gerontology believe that the average age would be 120 years, right? That you're going to live to. So you're 18, so you've got another 102 years, right? So the idea
hopefully.
of, being labeled or categorized by the number of sexual partners is going to determine how good of a spouse or mate you're going to be, I think is ridiculous. For me, that's from my own point of view. I think that's ridiculous.
I will agree on that part.
Now, okay, is there a context where if it starts getting in the hundreds to the 200s?
Well, there's a scale to it.
Yeah, there's a scale.
to it.
If there's a scale to it, I could maybe understand that. But, just because someone has a lot of partners when they're younger doesn't mean to me that they're going to be a bad partner later. They may be a bad partner for you if that's your preference and if that's how you judge that, and that's 100% valid.
Sure.
But to go out and say that they may have harder times bonding with people in a general statement, I find it harder to believe. And a lot of times people have difficulties bonding because they don't understand what intimacy looks like. And that usually comes down from the parental figures. So you don't understand intimacy, so you think sex is intimacy. And then eventually you learn that intimacy is not only sexual, but it's having the vulnerability to open up and, have
Your
a
emotional
conversation
side.
to let them see
Absolutely.
your emotional truth and your emotional self. So a lot of talk I hear is that, men are afraid to be vulnerable. I don't know if men are be afraid to be vulnerable.